Testing 1 2 3. The stream will start soon. Testing 1 2 3. Pow. We are back. Oh yes, we are. Let me make sure I can hear myself, which I can. All good. We're gonna play Rimworld, a story generator, and it's a really cool colony simulator. It's one of my favorites. And it's funny, I used to play Rimworld when it first came out, but then got kind of bored of it, and 2 years later, I gained a huge addiction to it again. I've been playing it a lot recently, but I want to start a new colony, and it's gonna be really, really fun. So give me a second, because I'm still kind of eating my one meal a day, which is something I don't really want, but I'm eating it anyway because it was free. What might that be? Pizza. It's not even that great either because they like put too much cheese on it. You think, oh man, too much cheese isn't a problem. Well, it is when the cheese isn't fully melted and you just don't want a belly full of cheese, but life goes on, right? We do have a tip menu if anyone wants to tip a couple dollars to get me a better food tomorrow. It'd be cool. Anyhow, I'm gonna start a new game. Now here's where we get to choose what kind of game we would like to do. I'm thinking we might start off with the 3 people. The last one I did, we did the 5 people one, but I want to give myself a little bit more of a challenge. And this one's kind of funny. I only start with 1, but then it can be slow, and this is like the hardcore mode. And you can definitely have custom modes as well. But before I get into that, you guys might be wondering what mods I'm using for Rimworld, so let's go over that really quick. These are the mods I'm using from Rimworld. We got different hairstyles. We got the trader's ship that can show up. We got this pick up and haul, so they can like pick up and haul stuff better. We got some real ruins. We got another hair pack. We got this animations, so they have different animations when they're fighting and stuff. Now I do have a couple ones like bad hygienes, but I don't really feel like putting that on because I'm just not used to making bathrooms in this game. And they also have this one that you replace stuff, where you can kind of like go over and replace stuff. Actually, I meant to install that before this started, but I didn't. And some animal mod ones, but I just need a couple more mods to get that working. But we have a couple of mods on. Rimworld is a very fun game that has tons of different mods you can play and have a good time with. But I definitely will probably turn this one on at some point. But for right now, we won't worry about it. But those are all the mods I'm using for Rimworld. So let's start a new colony. Let's do the crash landing. Start with 3 people, get a pack full of fun stuff, some stuff in the map area. Sounds fun to me. Now usually when I start to play, I don't really care about the storyteller, to be honest, but I think we'll go with Randy Random. I think that'd be pretty fun. And let's go for an adventure story. And then reload anytime, because my reload is my backbone. You gotta save the game sometimes, and if some crazy shit happens, you might gotta reload it, because you don't want your whole colony to die. I mean, of course there is, I guess, committed mode, which I'd consider to be like hardcore mode on Minecraft, where you go until you die, but we're not gonna do that today. Maybe next time we cover the game, if you guys are into it, we'll do committed mode. Alright, I don't really have a seed. I like the name so far. Let's go ahead and go with Destroyed. Yeah. This looks okay. And let's generate that new world. Now we're gonna have to find a spot on the map to pick, and I usually pick a more easier spot of a river. Here it is. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Oh man, let's see. There's a lot of factions over here, so it makes me like it right away. A lot of stuff that I can get into trouble with. Right on the main road there too. The Templess Forest. Average temperature 17 between 84. Ooh, that's a bit chilly. Dirt roads, flat river. I think that might be the one. It says it has 4 tiles from another base factory. Well, that's kind of why I was looking at it, because like in between of all these other bases, we might start fights. I mean, they might destroy us all too, but let's go for it. Confirm. Now, I don't know, Ali. I don't know this stuff too well. We're just gonna click next, and we're gonna work on our characters. So, I usually look for people that have overall alright stats. Like, some stuff doesn't matter to me, but a lot of stuff does. Like, you gotta be able to construct, you gotta be able to cook, you gotta be able to shoot. If you're not able to construct and cut plants, you're really slow. If you're not able to cook, you'll poison the food and poison everyone. So, we're gonna have to randomize some stuff until I find something cool. Ooh, okay. Kyle Harris. I think you might be my one. See, the thing is, you're really good at this here, and you're a really good protector, but you're also very bad at the other stuff. So you'll be like our medical shooter who does plants and stuff, but you won't be mining or cooking. You stay the heck away from all that. So I have him. Let's try to find something different. Woo! The randomness is so crazy. I mean, I could edit my own character, but I feel like that's a little cheating. I guess looking for your own best character could also be considered cheating, but this guy's pretty good at mining, construction, and the plants and the crafting. I think we can use someone like that. Does he have any problems? No. 32? I think so. We have Miss Emily here. She's not good at shooting, but everything else is pretty solid. I like that. It says only going to start with 3, though. So we have a shooter. You see, them not being able to shoot, though, can really harm me. We need people that can shoot at least a little bit, or we're just going to get outran. Or we're going to get outran. I like how this dude overall is kind of okay and good, but he can't do medics. He's incapable of caring, social, and firefighting. It's not going to go good for me. Need somebody that knows what they're doing. Oh, wow, okay, this dude overall looks okay. I mean, his shooting is not the best, but the cooking, the planting, the artiste is what we not need. I wish they would take that down and go into shooting some, but might keep him. I like this one a lot, but it really, oh man, the not shooting thing really bothers me. And this dude only has 3. Ooh, let's hope the next guy we get can really kill it. Team skills are looking pretty fire for like team skills. So, let's go with it. Rimworld's fun. I like playing Rimworld. Try to go till at least 10:30. Good hour. Lots of footage. All right. The 3 of you guys have woken in your crypto sleep. You sound sirens, ripping metal. You barely get to escape your pod before your ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land in the unknown Rimworld. As a piece of the shattered ships fall around you, you start to make your plans to survive. So the first things I like to do when I first start my game in Rimworld, here's my people. Let's go ahead and pause it real quick. I don't pause often, but just at the very beginning to look around. So we're going to look around and see stuff that's already built. This stuff right here is pretty good little area that's already built, but it would take a while for my characters to walk over there. And I do like the fact we're right by the river. Want to zoom out more, make sure nothing's too crazy. Got a lot of steel over here, which is a great start. A lot of platforms that are by the water, another great start. Eventually at some point you're going to have to go get the steel. A lot of good stuff over here. This is not a bad map. Not a bad map indeed. A lot of ruins. A lot of animals. Okay, yeah. So I would definitely assume like looking up at the first stuff that you can do. And I think we'll head over in this area. This is a nice little solid area. It already has stuff for us to come and get. And I think that'll work just fine. So we're going to unpause it. And yeah, let's get to work migrating over to this area over here. So, first and foremost, you want a spot for all your stuff. So you got to construct zones. So we're going to have a stockpile zone, which we're going to go ahead and just throw right here. It's just for right now something. A dump pile zone just for something for them to be like, hey, come over here and put this stuff up. So that works. That works out good. You want to basically, the first stuff you want them to do is to allow them to pick up the stuff and put it in the proper area. And that's what we're going to do. Especially all this stuff too. Like, let's get our shooter. Is it this one? shooter and equipped him the gun. And the other one's halfway decent, also equipped the gun. And then all this stuff needs to be picked up. Starting off isn't too hectic. They give you a second to kind of get your gears going. Pick up all the supplies. Now, these supplies are really far out. I know it's 237 steel, but I don't need it right away. I don't want to waste time making people go get all that when we're just starting off. Hey, what's up? Quack. Quackity quack. Nothing. We haven't done too much yet. Just started. Just made our characters. Just planned our map. And just beginning to walk over to our new base, which might have a little secret to it. So let's go see. I'm going to claim this if I can. Claim. If there's anything in this building here. Hopefully nothing dangerous. Ah, good. Nothing in here. That's good. So I'm going to make this my HUD. This is definitely a good place for a HUD. So go ahead and get back to work, Matthew. And we'll start developing this area. Now, Rimworld is definitely a very complicated game. I could definitely understand if a lot of people don't understand it or it gets very overwhelming at first. But I think that this game definitely is worth the learning curve. And it's also one of the more lighter games when it comes to having to learn. There's lots of games out there that takes, like, for example, there's this game called Dwarf Fortress, and that game is not as fluent as this game. They twitch around, it's very strange, but that game, you'll literally have to spend probably 2 hours on tutorials before you even start it. Rimworld is a lot more friendlier. They have this like learning help thing at the top, which I've done most of it, so nothing's showing up, but it can be really amazing and really helpful if that happens. So we already got them placing stuff down. We're going to get these buildings up a little bit quicker. And we're going to need to get them some beds. But there's only 3 people though, so it shouldn't be too bad getting some beds up. Actually, I haven't played this in a couple days, but I still do remember most of my stuff, even if I do have trouble sometimes finding what I'm looking for. It is in furniture. Beds. Wood beds. So I don't have enough stored. What is that? I usually don't have that. Maybe we're going to have sleeping spots right now. Boom, boom, and boom. Eesh, man, I gotta say, on like a personal note, I work a very bad job outside of this YouTube dream I'm trying to have, and that job is called DoorDash. And it's also Uber and any app on my phone. And you guys might be like, oh, well, it's not the worst job in the world. It's not. But today, I made like no money in my job today. I was on it for 3 hours, and it just is really lame that I really made just nothing. I was just sitting there like, whoa, it's kind of a slow day. Maybe I'll get a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll get a little bit better. And I'm like, I have only a couple more hours to live stream, and I haven't made anything yet. And then next thing you know, it was time to live stream. I didn't have any orders. I didn't make any money. And it totally sucks having to depend on DoorDash, because sometimes if it's on a Saturday night, there's a football game, it's bumping, you can make $100 in 4 hours. But if it's on a slow Tuesday, kind of cold, no one cares, you make nothing. And I just hate jobs that fluctuate like that. It can be really, really depressing. So this is Rimworld, and it's on every single platform besides phone. It is on PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, whatever Xbox you have, whatever, right? And it's on PC. It's on basically everything. It's a pretty old game, to be honest. They just keep coming out with DLCs. And honestly, it's a real fun game. And I need to start telling these people what to do, because they're definitely not doing much work. You all need to be construction, whether you're good at it or not. And this is basically how you like tell the people how to do stuff. So how I like to set up my manual stuff is I like to put it in numbers, and I like to make it where number 1 things you have to firefight. You can't be playing. You have to firefight, and if you're hurt, you have to be a patient. And then the doctor has to be the doctor. And in worst case scenarios, these guys be the doctor. You definitely all need bed rest at some point. And at the moment, there's no children, so we're going to turn the children mode off. The basics need to be taken care of. The warren is for, like, if you have slaves or whatnot. The handling is for roaming and free animals and stuff like that, which isn't a concern at the moment. Cooking, though, is a pretty high concern. We'll put that at number 1. And we don't really want anyone else to cook right now because no one else is good at cooking. I also do my hunting manually, so I don't think that matters as much. And then going to do the construction. And the growing is for plants, which we're also going to do in a minute. Mining is definitely needed. Everyone to do mining. Plant cutting will definitely be a thing that everyone's going to need to do. Smithing as well, but it sucks. This dude Harris right here has issues of a lot of the stuff that he needs to do. It's going to mean he's going to smith really, really, really slow. And that is definitely something we don't want. But I like to put 1 at mostly everything if they're good at it. There is a mod that you can have 1 through 10 instead of 1 through 4, but that was just too much for me. I found that to be overwhelming. So I try not to do it like that. We aren't into tailor yet. We aren't into art yet. And as for crafting, this is more like, again, we aren't really fully too much into crafting, but we definitely want people to haul correctly. And at some point, I want people to clean. And honestly, we don't really have anyone much good for research at all. Our researchers are terrible. It'd take them all day to research stuff. I don't have the best people here. I really don't. But that's how I like to look at my priorities. And I think you can also like move them around if you hold like certain stuff. But that's how I look at it. So they can start building and we can get to start killing. What do you mean killing? Well, I use my butcher table as a good way to start off with food. You add Bill and you go butcher creatures. And you do this forever. And that can work out pretty good. I almost feel like this little area here could potentially be an area like a freezer to store stuff. Now, I don't particularly have a lot of stuff that can be stored right now, but I will at some point have to make a freezer. So I'd go here and I'd say storage, allow nothing besides food. And so that way they'll put all the food in here and it's going to try to be a nice little storage, but it's going to need a better floor than this. I have this more floors mod. It has more floors. But let's give it a nice solid wooden floor. That works out good. Hey, you didn't call for a wooden floor over here. No. Bad game. Alright, so far it's not the worst. I do want to get a light out here. I am starting off kind of slow because I haven't played this in a little bit. This isn't like a how-to super quick tutorial game. It's just, a let's play. Have some fun. So, why can only 2 people research? Well, I guess technically you can have everyone research if they want as long as you have multiple research benches. So only one person can use the bench at a time. But some people are better at other stuff than others. Like this person right here, one of their traits is they just can't research. Sometimes one of their traits may be like they can't heal people or they can't haul stuff. And sometimes you got to read that stuff because you might not want someone that can't haul stuff. And you might not want someone that can't research stuff. But neither of these guys can research good. That's why it's red. They can do it, but they're not good at it type deal. And that's okay, to be honest. I'm not really doing much research right now. I'm not even sure what I'll be trying to build up to. Maybe some better clothes, because it always sucks to freeze to death. But at the moment, I still have the air conditioner, the hopper, but I might want to start working on stuff at some point, like batteries and better electricity, and then eventually get to better weapons. And there's actually a DLC that you can actually have robots and stuff like that. And I've played Rimworld for a lot, but I've never got to the stage where I could make robots. I had to fight robots, but I've never got to the stage where I had to actually make robots, which I find to be probably pretty difficult. There are too many doors in this place. I do not want this many doors in this place for sure. Alright, so we have a lot of wood, we have a lot of stuff. Mainly, we need some food. So one of the quickest ways of getting food starting off is to find berries and double click them and hit harvest. and you keep kind of looking around for berries. And when you double click them, it highlights all the berries in the area, so that way you can harvest. And I imagine the difference between harvest and cut is if you cut it, the plant goes away. If you harvest it, the stuff comes back, and that's always a bit helpful. Let's go ahead and haul this over to where we need to haul it. And let's get Harrison, who's over here doing God knows what, gathering steel. This is a cool little bridge I didn't make. I like that a lot. But we should also think about some animal food, which I don't see a lot of near me. But this is a nice little area over here. This is a little surprise area. Not only does it have some cool stuff for me to pick up, it has a harp. It has a billiards table that I could claim and then move over into my area, so that way they're not bored. They have stuff to entertain themselves with the billiards, which is pretty cool. I do like that. Some stuff here we can take apart. Ancient table. Now, actually, I'm going to claim that. Maybe we'll just kind of keep that there. People like when they have somewhere to eat, so we'll keep that there. We need to start making some chairs. For instance, people don't like to stand when they research. People also don't like to stand when they're eating. And I assure you, they probably don't like to stand whenever they're doing the billiards table. But I kind of need to move the billiards table over a little bit because it's kind of not in the best spot. Alright, so reinstall. Let's put it here. That way we'll build a couple chairs. And then everyone can enjoy that luxury. Now, let's go ahead and save the game real quick. Now, I gotta say, starting off a new game on Rimworld, having a bear sitting right in front of your crafting table probably isn't the best scenario. Because I'll tell you one thing, if I tried to fight the bear right now, we wouldn't win. The bear is pretty strong. The stuff we have to fight right now, we have to do stuff like maybe this guy, or maybe like a turkey, or maybe like something really small. Because if that bear attacks us, we're going to die a lot sooner than we want to. So, I'm very sketched out that there's a bear. I mean, imagine you're just sleeping there on the floor, because we have to make some tents soon. We're sleeping on the floor, and every so often you hear the snore. What was that noise? You look over. There's a bear 4 times your size sleeping by your workbench. That's not good. That's not good at all. What an evil, evil bear. But anyway, we're going to fast forward through this because they're sleeping. Maybe while we do that, we're going to look around a bit because we do have a bit of food. There's only 3 people. They eat 2 or 3 of these a day. And so that's going to last at least a week. So we have plenty of time to prepare and plenty of time to grow. But our food will at some point run out. And there's even more pre-scavenged food. So I'll make him go get that. I notice there's a lot of bridges here. And I really love that because it just shows in this map, a lot of food over here. It just shows in this map that there was a lot of history behind it. And that's one of the coolest things about Rimworld is you didn't land in this world and it just begun for you. This world has history. Maybe at some point this robot was alive and he was like very epic. I mean, even over here, there's a free bed I could possibly fix up, take, move. I could take this cooler, which is actually very convenient because I can't quite make these right this second. And I can move that into my freezer zone, which we're going to do. Oh, I actually don't think I can move these. That sucks. But I can destroy it at least and get the parts for it, which are very, very usable. We are going to move the bed though. Gosh, they're about to go on a journey walking all the way over there. They really are. Move the bed right there. So it's very, very important to always be kind of looking around your map and make sure you didn't miss anything. Like this beautiful turkey, he'd be good. And there's another bed. Like I don't have to make this stuff. It's literally waiting for me. All I have to do is claim it, reinstall it. And they just have to go pick it up and go put the bed back, and then they'll have to sleep on the floor tomorrow. And that's definitely, not sleeping on the floor, is definitely the gold. Harris, wake up. You have work to do. Alright, that bear leave. I'd like you guys to take down some of this stuff so I can build over it. See, that bear just walked right in. That's bad. That bear needs to go. You need to prioritize on making this wall. A gatherer from Alliance is passing by. You can do trades with people like that. And that's how you get like late game parts and stuff. Like this stuff right here, these components, by late game, these are so hard to get. Now I think there's a way to probably make something that can kind of grant you the power to get them, but it gets so ridiculous to get those at the end of the game, and you need them. You need them for like turrets to like shoot stuff that comes in your base. It can get really, really, really hectic. They never made that floor that I need them to make, so let's go ahead and try that again. And it looks like did I run out of wood? Looks like I did run out of wood, so we're gonna have to go chopping some wood too. Wood's not too bad chopping though. You just highlight the chopping stuff, tell them to go out and get a few of these woods. We don't need that much right away, so it's all good in the hood. Hauling bed, okay. What are you doing? Gathering wood. Okay, but I don't really care about the wood. How about you prioritize on making that wall, you know? Gotta build that wall. Make America great again. Build that wall too. Come on, get to it, because I don't need that bear coming back in here tomorrow night. We don't need that at all. Can I make enough of these copies of these beds yet? Not enough stored. Are these different? Those are... I need a different bed than that. I don't recall needing that stuff to make beds before. Maybe I did and I just don't remember it. I played this game so much, I think I'd remember it. See, like this bed only needs steel. Make this one. Boom. Did no one ever get that bed yet? Is anyone aiming to get that bed? You are. What a trooper. At some point, I'm gonna need you guys to get that too. Steel is one of the most important things ever. But you might be thinking, like, why are you wasting your steel making this when you could use wood? Well, if a fire happens, and it has happened, and it will happen, it'll burn down your walls. But I also will say that your whole place can get burned down, even if you have steel walls. It just gives you a bit better protection. Haul that. And so far, so good. There's one thing I want to do, though. I want to come here in the storage and tell them to stop putting food in there. Because if you click on the food, it expires in 6 days. And when you have meat, it expires even sooner. Which is why I'm trying to make this into a mini fridge. It's not too hard to make a mini fridge, but when you get later in the game, the fridges have to get bigger. And the bigger fridges are, the harder the game goes. The more, like, you know, stuff you'll need. But at the moment, I'm pretty sure there is a device, this little cooler, that you can use in the refrigerator, and it's basically, it'll keep the room cold. Oh gosh, I didn't even think about it, but this is something they added recently in the game that's super, super important, but they have shelves. And shelves are definitely important, because if not, they just put all the stuff on the floor, and shelves can hold more than one thing each. So we're gonna have a solar flare. It should pass in about a day, so we won't be able to grow anything. I'm not growing anything anyway, so that's good. Well, so far our second day, we aren't doing too bad, but we aren't doing too great either. At least we are established, and we're trying to make a freezer. But we actually do need defense. I do agree that we need some defense. And at the moment, we don't have the best defense. Really wish I can get like turrets early on. But I just want to put like stuff like auto doors. I'm not a big fan of auto doors. It's funny because my other game, I'm seriously like probably 20 or 30 hours into it. So I'm so much farther than what I am here. And it's so weird going back to like basics. It seems like I'm going back to like basics. Like, yep, my other game has all this stuff, but we have to totally restart. And that's okay. It's always fun to have a new colony. But I got really addicted to the other colony I had. Going for a walk. Boy, you have construction to do. Oh, hey, this isn't good. I'm gonna need you to come back home immediately. Oh my god, that bear is so fast. Where's this guy at? This is gonna have to be a fight. Oh, he took him out right away. A bear is literally eating... A bear is literally eating one of my only survivors right now. Get inside. Get inside. Get inside. What the heck? Was that same bear from... Was that same bear from earlier? He literally just ate Harris, which was my only good shot. Oh. Man, what a jerk bear. We have a wild dog chasing us too? Wow. And that will be the end of my colony. That's a good example of some randomness right there. Wow. Matthew, you should have helped. Poor guys. Well, lucky for me there's a reload option. And we're definitely gonna have to use it. Man. Starting off with 3 colonies is hard. Well, this is Rimworld, Pokemon Gamer. And in Rimworld, you get eaten by a bear and die. You get attacked by a wolf and bleed on the floor. And you run away from said wolf that attacked your colonist. And it ruined the whole colony. That's Rimworld in a nutshell. It's pretty much done. But lucky for me, I have this option to reload a game I just saved. But my gosh, that really sucked. That really sucked. Rimworld is a colony management simulator where you can build up huge colonies and huge areas and a whole bunch of random stuff happens. It's basically The Sims, basically. Anyway, we're back. That's why you have to save a lot, and that's why I do reloads, because crap like that happens, and I do not put up with it. It's funny. That's going to be a hilarious short, me getting mauled by a bear. That's great, but in gameplay, that's terrible. What is this dog doing? Now this dog's freaking me out. We're going to have to do something about this dog. He's really freaking me out. He's eating my food, too. Everyone get over here. We're going to have to do something about this dog. As soon as he walks out, we're shooting him. Ugh. No, dog. You're a bad dog. You killed one of my colonists in a different life. We're not having it. We need one of these to be like a medical. Yeah. Anyway, I finished the job. I know it kind of feel bad, but he literally ate one of my colonists earlier. So anyway, hey, no, just can't cook. What? Prioritize for cooking. What do you mean not available to cook? All y'all should be at least trying to do some kind of cooking. All right, I know he just hurt you, but go ahead and cut him up and make some meat out of that. So that way, it's kind of like some revenge. I love Rimworld though. It's one of those type of games that you can get highly addicted to once you start learning how to play. And then you'll start playing at like 10 o'clock and you'll start making up a big place. You start building up all this stuff. You have new people, a bunch of stuff happens. Next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock at night and you said, what the heck happened? What happened? Happens quite frequently. But I want to keep an eye out for where that bear went. I don't even know where he went. He was in my house earlier. And I was like, why is there a bear sleeping in my house? And the next thing you know, I got it eaten. I usually start off with 5 people and not 3, but I thought I'd give myself a bit more of a challenge and make it go longer. But at the moment, probably wasn't the best idea. They seem okay. They got a little scratch on their hand, but they seem okay. This boy needs to go haul something. Go collect something. Go do something besides just lay there. This is a nice little area too that I could probably use. There's a lot of options here. This game's pretty fun. I thought it'd be interesting to do a live stream of it because of all the crazy stories we can get to. And the fact that this is one of those games that if like people get into it and really like the story we're building, we can continue this game for tens of 20s of hours for many, many live streams. It could really build up. I recently followed this one girl who almost has as many subs as me, but she gets views, thousands of views on every video she posts, and she only posts Rimworld stuff. And she does a really good job at posting Rimworld stuff. And a couple times I've tried to message her and be like, hey, you want to make some videos together? But obviously she's not interested. But it would be cool to find people like that. Rimworld's not multiplayer, but there are other survival games that are. And if she's a survival game type girl, then maybe that'd be interesting to do. I want to make a little area for my storage stuff, but I don't want it to be that big, like outside. And I don't want it to be as well made of stone. So I'll just make it in here, make it bigger, take this one down, add a wooden door. And now we have some recreational. Having a poker table or a chest or something like that is very important because these guys have no iPhones. They have no even a TV right now. You can get a TV later, but they have like none of that stuff right now. We don't have power at all besides like a light. So at the moment, having something like a poker table or a chess table is very important for their recreation. And there usually isn't a lot of good stuff. Like the poker table cost a good bit. So the fact that I was able to get that, because I don't have 50 cloth. That would take me a minute. You usually have to do chest. So it does help that I got that poker table. This dude prioritizes on being lazy. Get your butt over here. I need to work on that construction better. You can actually go to the work here, schedule, and you can say, hey, can you stop loafing around and work more? But I also need to kind of focus on what I'm doing. And let's play this game some. Because this stuff still isn't hauled. All this stuff needs to be made. One person's already sick. They need to get better. Hopefully that gets them better. They're like just so close to getting better. Like the red would go down if they're getting hurt, but it's all the way to the top, meaning they're like this close from being better. But we definitely do need some defense soon. It's definitely something that needs to happen. Dude sucks at tearing stuff down. Alright, so that can expand our little freezer area, which is good. And not only that, we need to add some beautiful, beautiful shelves. Because shelves are very important. Because without shelves, you just throw everything on the ground and it's one thing per spot. But with shelves, you can stack stuff. And stacking stuff is very important. I remember in the early days of Rimworld, I did play it when it first came out. I didn't cover it much and we didn't play it for a long time. But when I first played it out, like stuff would just be on the floor. My really only memories of Rimworld is getting into huge firefights, man. I don't know if I use like a debug mode where we could do whatever we want, but I just remember getting into big firefights and having to like just shoot a lot of people and thought that was really fun, but I don't remember it being such a survival game like this, but that was so long ago. You know, hard to remember those kind of things. I want to craft another bed. Like these were supposed to be deconstructed so long ago. And they never did. Can you prioritize on doing some of this stuff? Thanks. Wanted to make another bed. Oh, here it is. I'm like, where else is the build copy at? and make this one our medical bed. And in fact, I eventually want to have like a medical room, but we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. This game actually has it has really slow starts. It's one thing I didn't really consider when it came to this live stream, because in my thoughts were covering this as a live stream. My thoughts was I could sit here for hours and do this game, but I didn't really think how entertaining it would be. It's not that entertaining. But you know, I'm trying everything. I'm still in debate with what game to cover tomorrow, because you know, we did Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm cutting down that video now. We do have a lot of videos coming for that. I did a really cool Roblox game earlier today on my other channel, and I'm going to have tons of stuff to cut from that, because I had a complete ball with that game. So we're going to post a whole bunch of new Roblox stuff on my new channel. My new channel is called Ultra Rare Duck. If you guys want to subscribe, go check it out. And so we did 2 live streams today, but I don't know how much footage I'm going to have for this game. This is one of those story-driven games that you'll spend 10 hours on it before you get to a huge story, and it's all about how much you built up and how much you've grown. And it could take a really long time to get there, or you could get mauled by a bear and everyone dies and you have to start over again. These things do happen. But so far, not bad. I mean, we got, you know, entertainment, some crafting stuff, some place to make food. We have some food, although we're running out. We need to make more, which means, which I almost forgot, I always forget to do something. We need to make a new structure, a new production, something to make food with. These guys need to prioritize on getting some of this stuff put up. Good job, Matthew. I like how you took the initiative to get some stuff done while everyone else slept. Including making those benches for our freezer that we haven't even built a freezing spot for yet. Guys, we're running out of everything at every second of the day. Chop some wood. I normally try to do the wood that's around the base before going into deeper territories for wood. But we're getting kind of desperate here. What are you going for? The cooler? Come on, bear, don't attack me. That's the bear that killed me earlier. You bad bear. You're a bad bear. You attacked my whole colony earlier, killed them all. What is this? There's a normal helmet here. Some parts we're going to need later, but we're not in the position to fight right now. Very dangerous. I hope he makes it back. While you're here, pick some of this stuff up, Matthew. Like, don't leave. Don't decompose that and leave. We need you to do some other stuff. There you go. See how he's picking stuff up? That's what he should be doing. Maybe need this table. Man, they can keep it. I don't want to have to come back here. It's very scary out there. It's bears. We have this cooked. This is great. So what I like to do on this is I like to add the bill. We have to first cook, you know, simple meals. That can be almost anything. And at least we'll do this until we have at least 10. And then we might cook something a bit more lavish if we have the resources, and so that way we can have 20 things. And that's not bad. That's not bad for right now. Oh, I forgot. I need to make all these benches where it's only food. At the moment, it's only for food, you guys. It's cool though, because you can basically copy a setting, and then you can go to every bench and you can paste the setting that you just copied. So that way you don't end up having to go through every single bench and having to press the same exact thing over and over. It can be really tedious because there's a lot of stuff you can store in this game. It would be productive to start putting some benches in here, but in the early game it doesn't matter if you're still laying on the ground or not. That's awesome. Yeah, Rimworld's really fun. Thank you for stopping by and liking the video and everything, man. What do I call you, Blinker? Yeah, Rimworld is an awesome game, but I'm trying to figure out how I can actually stream it and actually make it entertaining, because Rimworld's one of those type of games that you have to spend hours and hours in building up, and sometimes there's just not a lot of action. I didn't really think about that before I started this stream, but I do have a couple videos that I can already think of that can go as shorts. Appreciate you stopping by, though. Love it when people stop by and just say hi and like the video, and it's really cool. I think this is a definitely good starting point, though. I like ideas for Rimworld that go past this live stream. Like, people are like, yo, we really got into that map. You started from the very beginning, and this is now your 5th live stream on this map, and we've watched the whole ones, and we get excited to see how this map progresses, how this story continues. And so it might take a while to build up to make it entertaining, but if you stick around and we keep live streaming this, and you grow with these characters and grow with the world and the story we're building, it can get pretty intense. Picking stuff up. Okay, that's good. It's good. Maybe grab some of this stuff over here, because we're definitely starting to make these packaged meals, which are great. They started working on that stuff real quick. We might want to start getting some of these chunks in, deconstruct them, and we need to expand. Eventually, we're going to end up making bedrooms for everybody. They have their own bedroom with their own chair, with their own lamps, with their own AC. It gets pretty intense. Is that a gunshot? No. And eventually you'll have power generators that run stuff like TVs. And eventually, late game, you can have robots roaming around doing all the chores, and your pawns just sitting around doing nothing because there's robots everywhere. It's a very, very good game. You're definitely right about that. Like, new players can definitely learn by watching my style. And don't get me wrong, I definitely make a lot of mistakes, but that's part of the game, and that's definitely part of learning. I like your input on that. That's very, very smart. It's like I said earlier, there's this really cute girl that covers Rimworld, and she has a little bit less subscribers than me, but she's killing it on Rimworld videos. And that's one thing that made me want to start doing this. I started playing this about a month ago again, and I played it really hardcore. I'd stay up every night playing it. But at this point, he just trapped himself in there. But at this point, I figured I might as well cover it. Maybe I can build up a little bit of an audience. That's really what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find what is the game. What is the game that will really get people coming to my page? And we are going to start Minecraft soon. I'll probably even start it maybe this week, because I want to live stream every single day. I'm running out of games. And that's going to be fun too. I'm interested in seeing the shorts I can make for Minecraft. And maybe people will come back to that. Maybe people won't. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. But no matter what, we're trying everything. Speaking of trying everything on this channel, there are 2 new games coming out next month that I am completely stoked about, and I cannot wait to live stream both of them. One is the new Harry Potter game. That game looks so fun. I'm not sure if it's online or not, but it's like an open world Harry Potter game. So you go to class, you do missions, you can explore the huge place, you can eventually fly around in a griffin. It looks insane. And then just today, I found out that they're making a sequel to one of my favorite games on Steam, which is called The Forest. And the new one's called like Son of the Forest or Sons of the Forest. And basically in that game, you just kind of survive with like crazy cannibals, but the graphics look so good on the new version. So I have really high hopes that they just knocked out of the park with that one. And hopefully we can cover both those games intensely, plus the stuff we're already covering. I'll probably have 1,000 shorts by then, posting those constantly. And by that time, that's going to be a month from now. If I'm still doing this as hard as I plan on doing it, we are going to be going crazy. Crazy with videos. Dark Souls 1. I am not good at Dark Souls games at all, but I don't even own that game. But if I did, I would love to actually play with other people. I'm definitely trying to find new stuff to play with people, and I think that'd be totally awesome. Yeah, that Forest is one of my favorites. I'll love to stream it too. Yeah, we're going to be streaming that. Like, the day it comes out, we'll be streaming that game. It says it's going to come out in February, hopefully early February. And what's up, Positive Ducky? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate this, man. I see a lot of faces here. I'm playing a very simple colony game, and I see Pokemon Gamer, Quack, Blink stop by, and if you're still here, see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. We got Preston Adventures over here wanting to play Dark Souls, which I wish I could, but I don't even own that game. And then we have Miss Positive Duck stopping by. I appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are amazing. Now, if I can just get these guys to be a bit more amazing, we'll get somewhere. Can I be honest about my Elden Ring? My Elden Ring's a bootleg version. It's not a real version, so I can't have people playing it. Do you play? What's a good game we could play together? That's hard. I'm going to start Minecraft soon again. That's a multiplayer game. Rimworld's not a multiplayer game. Truck Simulator is not a multiplayer game. I was playing Call of Duty Zombies on my other channel, Ultra Rare Duck, and that was so much fun. It was basically Call of Duty Zombies on Roblox, and they did a really good job on it. That's a good multiplayer game as well. But I don't know, man. I bet we can think of something if we keep thinking about it. Well, you know, Elden Ring is that type of game that I knew that I probably wouldn't beat, that I knew I probably wouldn't cover, and that I knew I probably would stop playing. So I knew that right away when I saw that type of game, because I knew what type of game it was. So I was kind of like iffy about even posting it on my channel. I think I posted 2 or 3 videos at most of that game on my channel. It's just not my type of game. I love the open world. It was one of the best open worlds I've ever seen. But it got held down because of the fact that it was this hard as balls game. And I cannot stand games that are too hard. I honestly do believe, I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I honestly believe Elden Ring should have had an easier mode, more guidance through the story, and more explanation during the story. Because if that would have happened, you could have an easy mode to please the soul-like people. But if it would have had a better mode, that more people could have played it, more casual people could have enjoyed it. And that's what I want out of games. I want more people to enjoy them. I don't want people to be like, I don't want to play that game because it's super hard. Because that game had one of the best open worlds I've ever seen in a game. Like the first 20 hours I spent, I was just, wow, wow, this is one of the best games ever. But then I just realized very slowly that I'm just fighting these hard bosses over and over, having no clue what's going on in the story. And it's just very difficult, and it was a big time waster without any progress. And after 60 hours of that, I couldn't waste any more time. Speaking of wasting time, let's get some of this stuff built up. These guys are dragging themselves. Oh, look at these cute little alpacas. I might eat you guys at some point, but you guys are so cute. You can also like tame these guys and they can eventually have kids and stuff, which I also think is pretty cool. Because you can kind of like farm food. I'm going to keep stealing stuff I find in the ruins. Table, you're coming with me. You're going right here in this corner. Alright, I got kind of distracted with all the awesome people in chat. Really do appreciate you guys' faces, although some come and some go. Appreciate everyone stopping by and liking the video. This might be one of my most liked videos recently when it comes to live streams. I really literally only got back into live stream 2 days ago. And I think I'm doing pretty good so far. We're already an hour in this live stream. That is a good example of how you can do a little bit of work on Rimworld and before you know it, times fly by. Like, I could spend 3 more hours on this just building up the starting stuff, waiting for a couple more people to show up that I can recruit, maybe like getting in fights, and maybe just dying off and not playing it at all. But at the end of this live stream, I would like to go to another Rimworld map that I built and show off how massive this game can actually get. Let's go ahead and save real quick. Let's not save over the one I have right here and save on the new arrival. Yeah, they still call us new arrivals. We haven't done much yet. What are you doing, Matthew? Okay, you're going for the steal. We definitely need it, but I don't want you to die. You guys are like all the way on the far side of the map right now. Whoever made that bridge for the win, it wasn't us, but someone made a bridge and it's really helpful. Oh, we're running out of food again. It's getting stressful. How did you die? What killed you? Alright, hey, enough of that treetop. Well, it's close by. They'll be able to pick that up and make some food out of it. But, yeah, Rimworld is an amazing game. And I feel it takes a lot longer than an hour live stream to just even talk about it. Just because, like, there's just so much to be able to do. From, like, you want to go hunting, grab everyone, just go hunting and hunt after what you want. You can come back, chop up all the food, make whatever food you want, store it. There's just so many options. How about this cooler? I usually don't use coolers. I don't think it's working too well. What's the temperature in here? 62. Yeah, stuff isn't going to last too long in here. So I'm not trying to have too much meat because I don't have a proper cooler. Honestly, I'm a little bit stressed on this game right now. I'm pretty stressed because I don't have a proper cooler system, which is lame. And I can't really store meat past basically a day, I think it is. Unless I cook it, 2 days. Unless I cook it, and then it'll last 3 days. So, like, oh, it just sucks that I came from, like, this very massive build of this game to, like, having nothing. And I'm kind of like, where is everything? Go ahead and start moving some of that. I don't need that many in there. I'm going to move that. At this point, this is like useless. I need a actual AC unit in here. And I don't even have power, so we're not going to be able to do that for a while. So, not too worried about it. What was that? If you actually have RPCS3 Demon Souls, I don't know what RPSC3 is, but it's the first. It's the first in the franchise. It's actually fairly easy, honestly. Now it's still a Demon Souls game, so they're difficult, but it's easier in the franchise. Interesting. You know, I did play the one for PS5. I think I covered it a little bit. What was it called? Dark Souls, Demon Souls, something Souls, whatever it was. The one for PS5, and I actually beat that one. That was one of the first times I actually beat a Souls-like game, and I really loved that game. And a lot of people said that it was very linear, but it was one of the prettiest games I've ever played. Every time I went around a corner, I was just in awe. And it may have been linear, but I think that was important because with Elden Ring, that game was so open that you waste so much time looking around, not knowing where you were going, that I wish it was more linear, just so I could enjoy it better. So sometimes an open world isn't the best. So it looks like I've been here for a little while, and I can actually give them a name now, and they can actually be somebody. Let's randomize this a little bit. Northern People's Union of South. I like that for some reason. It sounds like a bank. Distraction on the river. I like that. That sounds great. And boom, we're now the Union of the South. So now whenever I save it, instead of it saying new arrivals, it'll say Union of the South. Good. We have established a community. My people, you will be ready soon. I am from Florida. You might can tell from my accent. I still live in Florida. And I would say it's not by choice, but I don't really want to go anywhere else in the country. It's cold everywhere else. I'm cold right now, and it was like 65 today. Stop storing food in here. I know it doesn't matter at this point because I don't have a place to store it that has AC, but I still like it in a certain spot. They gonna keep on telling me I don't have wood. Alright, come over here and gather this food. Let's start doing some harvests. Get you guys actually working here. Getting some more wood too. You guys are constantly running out of stuff. I just want to bail back to the game I was playing before this. The Rimworld game I had going already. I was doing so good in it. And now I'm back to square one. And I'd just like to feel a little comfortable in this game. So I don't. I feel like at any minute I could die. Like earlier we had a bear kill me, and that sucked. And then they have really bad weapons, and they don't have a good freezing system. I mean, even right now, I have this little tiny mouse, duckling, eating one of my foods right now. You evil duck. Oh god, Positive Duck, you're still here? What's up? Very, very sketchy environment right now. At least in my other game, it would take like a huge raid to take everyone out in my other game. But this one, I'm scared. Any moment I could get killed by a bear. I'm gonna try to get this workflow going better. I know we got one person doing a good job cooking. Construction's good. I should start growing stuff right now. Let's go ahead and work on that. Let's get a zone for some growing. Okay, let's put it right out here. I like to do them 10 by 10 usually. Boom. And here we will grow. At first, let's just grow the easiest thing, which is rice. If you look at rice, it takes 3 days to grow. One of the easiest things to grow, so that's what we're going to do. I like that. Rice would be good. I like this area over here. I think that I could, do I have a lot of steel? I do. We're going to continue making this steel. I think that I could make maybe I can make some kind of rooms out of this instead of being in here, because we're gonna have to have more workstations and stuff in here, and these can be like private rooms that go sleep in. Maybe what are you hauling? Steel. Okay, please don't get killed coming out this far. You don't have any guns. There's so much steel over here for late game. Oh, look at all this food over here. I'm so used to going hunting on my other one. We don't have freezer for all that food or the guns to fight that many people. Oh, you guys are on it. They know what's up. Someone's stressed. Who's stressed? He's stressed. He's working too hard. Hey, it's not hard. It's not working hard when you're like gonna die if you don't get the stuff done. It's called survival, buddy. Get used to it. I hate that all this steel's here. I wish I can somehow like get it from the ground. It'd be really helpful. Alright, man, I definitely don't have a lot to say about this game, which isn't helping me make shorts. I gotta think of some stuff to talk about for the next hour. I'm gonna probably go until 11 on this, and then I'm gonna jump off. By means, no one has to stay that late. We're just hanging out, trying to make some short videos. But I also realize this isn't the best game to play for what I'm trying to do. And that's okay. We'll learn. We'll grow. But as of right now, Rimworld's not the best game to play. For shorts, at least. Now, don't get me wrong. Earlier, we did have a bear kill us, and I thought that was funny. And I can at least think of probably 5 or 6 videos that we did get out of this. But when I covered Roblox Call of Duty Zombies earlier, I have at least like 20 or 30 videos I can get out of that. I had so much fun with that game. It was so much fun. It is a mess in here, y'all. This game is really good for OCD people that don't really like to have clutter and stuff. Because then you have to like, okay, this has to go in a perfect spot here. This has to go in a perfect spot here. You gotta clean up this mess and make sure only this stuff goes here and only that stuff goes there. It's like an OCD management simulator. It's gonna be for a medical bed right there. All these others are good. It's raining right now, you guys. It's got to the point where I don't even need a stockpile zone anymore. Because they'll just end up putting it onto the shelves. I hope. If anything, I guess we could have a mini stockpile area over here. And then I want to have a dumping pile area outside for animals and stuff. for like dead carcasses and stuff. Yeah, like corpses and plant. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. So we are definitely making some progress, but this is definitely a slow game. Yes, my minions, get to work. You messed up something? That like takes away the stuff we put into that. You busted again? This guy really sucks at construction. And you can tell. We're gonna put him on construction 2. I don't want him rushing and doing all the construction because it keeps messing it up. Go chop wood. So if you mess that up, at least there's plenty of wood left to go keep messing up. Alright, so we're going to move our amazing shared barracks from here to there. So let's go ahead and reinstall these over here. And at some point in the future, if we continue to play this particular game, we will have own bunkers for each of the people to sit back and enjoy. This here. I think it might be interesting to move this. I can't move this table, sadly. How about we decompose the table and we make another table and put it there. Then we can also move these chairs. B. B. And that way, they can have a somewhat decent like room. That's like my goal, is to make this just a somewhat decent room. Keeps telling me I need defense. And I definitely agree. But defense is kind of hard on this game. Because they can come at any angle. They can attack me from back here, start hitting my walls up, and if I have defense up here, it wouldn't matter. And if I make a trap, I could make a trap right now, but if I put the trap like right in front of my door, one of my people could actually hit the trap and get hurt. I don't want that to happen. So the kind of defense I want, I'm not ready for yet. We have guns, but I really don't think the first raid is going to be that heavy. It's probably just going to be like 2 people with like, one has nothing and one has like a knife. And I think I could handle that. Where's everyone at? Oh yeah, they're building the awesome room. I'll eventually link this around. I might even do it now. We just don't have enough stuff, but I'll link this around, and this will be like a whole huge place. Like it'll grow. If we cover it again, look at it a couple live streams from now, looking at this here compared to what it looks like in those live streams later, we're gonna build up a lot. But this map is specifically only for live streams. I'm not gonna play this unless I'm live streaming it. That way, we can see everything that happens live. Uncensored, unchecked, unhinged. So what do you guys think is a really good game that people love to watch and people love to play live streaming? There's tons of live streaming type games. A lot of people like to do stuff like Fortnite and Call of Duty. But for me, I get very distracted rambling, talking to fans. I couldn't focus on something like Fortnite or Call of Duty unless it was really spoken out for. Unless someone was really like, yo, we really have to see you cover this. And then maybe I could. I know stuff like Fortnite changed so much recently that it's not even really... It is a shooter, but there's so much other stuff you can do besides just kill everyone constantly that's become its own different thing. And I also know stuff like the Sus game, Among Us, came out with like a hide and seek mode, which I did play with Harley, and I didn't find it to be fun. I personally don't like Among Us, but if we could have some fans that want to see it, and we have some people come in and we're all playing together, we might could find some kind of enjoyment out of it. So there are definitely a lot of other games we could play, such as The Sims. So maybe instead of having this game, maybe people can relate more to a colony simulator like The Sims. Now The Sims isn't a huge colony simulator, more like a family simulator, but I do love The Sims, and there's always goofy stuff we can get into with The Sims. Many, many different games we can cover. If you guys got any great ideas for games we should cover, let me know in the comments below, and we won't hesitate to at least check them out if we can. I do feel like I do need some defense, though. I just don't know what. I wish I had some of the components, because I'm gonna want to start making this. I don't have the components. What did I spend the components on? It must have been this stuff. There's probably some components laying around, I just don't see them. I had lots of components earlier. I should have worked on focusing on that. Is there anything over here? Steel chunk. You might can get components out of these, but I still want to walk all the way over there, because you have to like shoot them. It takes a while to shoot them and to get stuff out of them. Really far over here. These are very big too. Those take forever to destroy. A lot of food over here. Oh, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is all this? Come get all this stuff. A poor bedroll? I don't really want that. I wonder if there's anything in here. I doubt there is, but it's kind of like a hidden door. Claiming that door. Gonna go in there at some point. It's scary though, man. Sometimes you'll find like a little area like this where you think it's just solid rock, and you start like opening it and start getting the material or whatever, and then they'll open it and it'll be this huge area, and it'll have like some robots in it that start shooting at you or something. It can be very scary. You guys can store wood here. You guys understand that, right? Because you guys like to leave the wood outside. I think they need another entrance. Yeah, I probably will end up covering Minecraft this week. I wanted to wait till February, but since I already started doing this crazy work my butt off on YouTube till I make it series, then I should probably go ahead and start at least trying the Minecraft stuff, because that's definitely one of the biggest things I've made it off of. But I also did that little rant about what should I cover to make a short as well, asking people in the short. Because I know there's not a lot of people watching this right now. I understand. There's me, Positive Ducky, and maybe Quack Quack, maybe Preston at best. One of those views is myself, because I use my tablet to read comments, so I don't have to worry about having multiple screens while I'm playing this. What are you doing over here? Relaxing, socializing. I felt that, brother. I felt that. Hey, whoa, wait. Before you come back over here, just see if there's anything in this building real quick. Just gotta know. Just gotta know. Nothing. I didn't think there was. It was too small, but there's so much food over here. We'd be set for life if we can get to that. I mean, we already have a good bit, but I'm seeing some potential. Oh, he's stressed. Let's see what he's stressed about. He wants to. Oh, well, you don't see that. He wants to. He wants some recreational. His barracks sucks. He's uncomfortable. He ate without table. He ate in the cold. It's dark. He's drowsy. Oh, he's just. You guys are in terrible shape. Eesh. There, go get some rest. And maybe tomorrow we'll put a nice little chess game in here. And we'll move these chairs over to the chess game. And you guys can have a little bit more recreational in your room. Also wanted to maybe start getting some animals in a pen. And maybe we can put it down here. Although these guys are doing a terrible job at getting the wood cut. Maybe that's my fault. Plant cutting. That counts as wood, I'm pretty sure. Yep, trees. That's why we haven't been seeing a lot of it. A lot of people aren't going for it. Change that really quick and easy. I like how he's hanging off the bed. I know people might see that and they go, oh, he's just hanging off the bed. But that's an actual mod. Because I do love the animations in this game, but there's not a lot of them. So I downloaded a mod where they have animations where they do stuff. So like when they're sleeping, they can toss and turn in their sleep. When they're pickaxing, there's more animations to it. When they're fighting, there's like more swinging the sword. Even when they're eating, it's like there's this really cool mod to where you can basically just have more animations. And this game really is amazing when it comes to mod. They have a huge modding community, and you can add so much extra stuff to this game to make it last even longer than you would expect from just the normal vanilla version without any mods. Wake up and prioritize on getting some of this wood. You guys take forever. Oh, let me think. What else can I rant about to make shorts with? Some days you have good days, some days you have bad days. I don't think this was the best day ever. Kind of started off of a nightmare. And you go, a nightmare? Oh my gosh, did something bad happen? I'm like, yes, something bad did happen. My dream, I had a beautiful girlfriend. I was moved in with her. Her parents loved me. I wasn't worried about money. I don't even recall having my kids. That's how much I was dreaming. I don't even recall having my kids. I even hung out with my mom in my dream, which is weird. I don't know if that's a subconscious thing. I haven't seen my mom in a while. We've been kind of fighting. So I don't know if that's a subconscious thing. And I call it a nightmare because I woke up and I still am alone with no friends, no girlfriend. I'm still pretty broke and still getting into fights with my mom and still, you know, not having any parents. They have a girl that I'm dating that like me, and, you know, I consider that a nightmare because it was a good dream, but I woke up, I guess reality's the nightmare. But that's okay. That's okay. Maybe that was just a big hint that today wouldn't be the best day. And today wasn't the best day. I worked for 4 hours, meaning I sit here and edit a video while I waited for DoorDash to give me orders, and they didn't give me a single one. And that means I didn't make a single dime today. I need to at least make $50 a day. Me not making a single dime a day sucks, but I'll survive. We're going to try to push it a little bit harder tomorrow on my job and work a little bit less online and hopefully make up for yesterday and do really good. But we'll see. We'll see. Try to stay positive. Try to stay motivated. At least I got a free piece of the day. At least we got 2 more live streams where I can cut out a whole bunch of new shorts and a whole bunch of new videos for a whole bunch of amazing fans to come and watch and help support my dream on my dream of which is quitting crappy DoorDash and doing YouTube for full time and making a significant amount of money that I've never made in my life. Good luck on that. Don't knock on wood too hard. You might break your hand. You might get a splinter. So you still haven't even worked on this yet? Let's start fast forwarding. Let's get through some of this stuff a little bit. We haven't even had a raid yet. We got killed by a bear earlier. We haven't even got any of this wood inside yet. We need to work on that hauling. People are really dropping the ball on that hauling. But overall, I'm feeling what we've done so far. I really do want to start doing reaction videos to where half of the video is like my face and the half of the video is someone else's video, but I'm reacting to it. And from my understanding is if I do that, I can use their video and still monetize it. Because I see a lot of people doing reaction videos. I just don't quite know what videos to start with. It's so hard to just get an idea of just not grabbing random stuff. And I'm also not 100% sure it's even going to work properly. I'm not sure if they're going to be like, hey, you can't put ads on this because it's someone else's video. But I'm in the video. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I can steal some stuff from TikTok or Instagram, because you can save videos off that platform and then edit it to react to it. But just reaction videos is really, it's something I've never done. So it's something very new to me, and I'm not 100% sure how to do it. But I just feel like reaction videos are really a cheap and easy way of getting views. And to be honest, that's what I'm looking for. The cheapest and easy ways of getting views. That's why I'm making all these shorts, man. Make 100 shorts from a live stream. Some of those shorts get 200, 300 views each. Like, it's crazy how good shorts can do, and some of them don't. I posted 2 truck simulator videos today. One of them got 10 views. One of them got 500 views. And I don't think neither of them were good or bad. I just think one got extra views because I talked about smoking in it. So I think that's why I got extra views. We're going to have to deconstruct that, don't we? Let's deconstruct that one. But that's why I need to post more shorts. That's why I really feel like it's super important, because I'm not posting enough shorts. I want to post 5 or 10 shorts a day, if not more than that. So the more I'm live streaming here, the more I'm rambling, the more I'm talking about anything. I can just talk about anything. Doesn't matter what the gameplay is. That will become a short. And that's what's important right now. Shorts. It's one thing that I'm extremely focused on. I'm trying to be a bigger YouTuber. There's something that I never focused on in the past. In the past, I told myself, I'm going to do me. I'm going to be an influencer. I'm going to cover what I want to cover. Doesn't matter what's trending. People will follow me and watch it because of who I am. And that really didn't quite work out how I thought, and it made me kind of ignore a lot of the trends going on. Therefore, I didn't jump upon them. But now, I'm not more focused on being an influencer. I'm focused on keeping up with what's going on the news and YouTube, what's trending, what people are watching, what people are playing. And I think that's going to be a bit more important. So if I can just keep up with that kind of stuff and stop trying to be an influencer, will be better. Because, I'm not going to be that PewDiePie. I'm not going to be that Markiplier. But not everyone is. And there's still people that make a decent living off YouTube. I want to get there, man. I think this could be like a mini hospital, maybe. I should probably start making some more stuff like this. Stonecutter. A tailor. I don't really need any of this stuff right this second. It costs a lot of materials to make, too. Let's go ahead and do the stonecutter. Let's move this bed. It's like right in my way. Okay, we're going to move the bed into here. That's going to be the start of our hospital. What is this dude's problem? This guy has the most problems out of everyone. Like, I don't think those problems he has are that many problems. I guess I gotta redo the schedule, okay? So, when they wake up, let's have an hour of meditation. Before they go to bed, let's do some recreate. They can play a little bit, and maybe even when they wake up a little bit, they can play some. So that way, they have a little bit of playtime, a little bit of meditation time, and they won't be freaking out so much about nothing to do. Because they're just like, we're working all the time. We're so tired of work, and we just work. We're going to have a major break. And if they actually do break, it could be random. They could start destroying stuff. They could attack other members. They could insult other members. They could start a fight with a bear and get killed. At the moment, we don't need to lose people. I was hoping I'd actually gain a couple new people by now. It's really random, because sometimes you'll get like 5 people to just show up and like, hey, we need a place to stay. Or you'll play for hours and get nobody. Speaking of playing for hours, we're kind of approaching the hour-and-a-half mark almost. That's what I'm talking about in this game. You start making 2 or 3 little places, rambling here or there, and next thing you know, it's been 5 hours and you've been playing this game. It's so fun and addicting when it just comes to management and just having fun with it. Gonna add another little recreation thing where they can go outside and play. It's always somewhat fun. I like kind of marking where stuff is. That makes any sense? I just like knowing how far this little game goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that way I just know these blocks are here to represent the game itself. See, that's where the limits are for the game. That one can go up one more. And that way that really shows me exactly where everything is. And I'm really OCD, and I like putting stuff in certain areas, so this has to go in the middle. So that way when they build this game, I know where the middle is, I know how far they can take it, and we can also clear out the zone and make it so it's kind of clean over here. Clear that stuff out, make it so really clean, and y'all can have plenty of room to play your little horseshoe game and to feel better about living in a terrible environment for right now. But eventually, you can build up and have robots taking care of everything and just watch your TV, date your people, have fun, eat infinite food, and just relax and chill. I mean, you can get to that point in this game, but it's going to take you hours and hours and hours. Unless you want to cheat. There's definitely debug mode, and you definitely do whatever you want. You can go to like debug mode, spawn whatever you want, upgrade whatever you want, have everything. It's a pretty awesome mode that I haven't messed with before, but I know it's there. I know I got this pin here. I wasn't really thinking when I made it because it's actually a pretty bad spot to have a pin. Because it's all like stone here and there's not a lot of food. Like you'd want like a pin maybe out here because then there's a lot of stuff for the animals to eat. I don't have any animals now, but right now it's a pretty bad pin. If I had animals, they wouldn't last. But I definitely feel like this wasn't my best game in Rimworld. Definitely feel like I could have started off a little bit better. Should have started with 5 people instead of 3. And I did make their house really far from their dinner, which also is not a good thing. Alrighty then. Eesh, to the 2 people still watching this, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, you're one of them. No, I appreciate you. It's sometimes hit or misses when the streams. I still don't really think this was the best game to stream now that I get on it, just because of how slow paced it is. In my mind, I was just thinking like, I play this game for hours on end. If it's long, it's entertaining, but that's not necessarily true. I do like the idea of trying The Sims out though. I don't know why, but just the idea of being like, hey, let's try The Sims. Just another idea. Something else to cover. And you never know. You might find a whole group of people and be like, whoa, we like playing The Sims. Let's see where this guy goes. Because The Sims can get really crazy. You can live like generations in The Sims. Like you can start with one person living his life with no one. And then like hours later, they died. They had family. Their kids moved into their house. Their kids have kids. I mean, it gets deep. Deep, deep stuff. Love The Sims. Don't love this one block sitting there. The rest of them are fine, but that one block, not so much. God, you guys run out of wood so fast. Like, what are you even... Oh. What are you doing back? What are you doing back, Grizzly Bear? Are you the same one I had beef with earlier? I don't like when grizzly bears show up. Don't like that at all. It's very scary. Is this the only person that can do planting as well? Growing. Nope, it's not. They're just not focused on it. Can't blame them. It's a lot of hard work. Guess technically I don't need this light in there if we don't have anyone that needs to go to the hospital right now. Oh, there's still a stockpile in here? We do not need a stockpile in here. Looks like we have everything pretty much put up. Seems like we always need to cut wood. It's always a thing. We always run out of wood on this game, at least at the moment. I don't even feel like I'm spending that much wood, but I guess I am. Alright, let's have a look at the map, see if I'm missing anything amazing or anything less amazing. There's some power conductors over here. Actually might be worth a good bit of steel, but we're not struggling for steel right now. I'm struggling for component parts. But even then, I'm not struggling that bad. I just would like some component parts so I can build an AC, so I can put it in the freezer and have frozen goods. But also just collecting berries is just as good as frozen goods. So maybe we'll just collect some berries. Just gotta double click on them. It'll highlight all the ones in the area. Harvest. If you cut them, then you could be, they'll go away. And you don't really want them to go away. You want to keep the big patches of berry bushes around. Let them grow bigger. Let them grow thicker. And that's great. So, I was recently listening to a podcast, of which I do. And this podcast so happened to be a Joe Rogan podcast. I also like podcasts like the Steve-O podcast, like the Lex Freeman podcast, like the Just Pearly Things podcast, if you guys are wondering what podcast I'm into. But this one happens to be a Joe Rogan podcast. And they were talking about, is it better to eat 3 meals a day or to just eat one big meal, maybe, at night or whatever? And I made a video short earlier talking about, is breakfast the most important meal of the day? And I was debating this because I feel like maybe it's good when you get up in the morning to have something small, just so your belly's not empty and it doesn't mess with your mood, and then maybe skip lunch and have a big dinner. I think that's basically what I try to do. Sometimes I don't have the breakfast and I just eat a big dinner. And I think that's more of a good way of putting it, because they were making the assumption that like it's probably a bit more healthier for you to do that. But I also then find it hard to work out before nighttime because I don't have enough nutrition to work out. So it's really, I was trying to debate what's the best situation, but considering how food's expensive and inflation's going on, I'm really not big on having 3 meals a day, and I'm already kind of stuck to just eating 1 meal a day. Like today, all I've had was seriously 2 slices of pizza. I'll eat the rest of the pizza here in a little bit, but it's 11 o'clock at night. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's better to eat 3 meals a day, or do you think it's better to eat 1 big meal a day? And I know when it comes to like younger people, you guys are growing, so you probably have to eat more, but I'm talking about, I guess, when you get older. Not sure, but they were making very solid points in the Joe Rogan podcast about eating 1 meal a day can have health benefits as well. I think you just gotta make sure you eat the right amount and you have the right amount of carbs in you. And it doesn't mean just your 1 meal a day is something real tiny that won't keep you full throughout the day. It has to be a certain amount of food. But yeah, I wonder. Speaking of eating healthy and not eating healthy, I posted a video recently about how I don't believe inflation, should be put up with. I believe people should kind of stop eating inflation and stop going out to eat. And I showed kind of a picture or a video of some green beans and a can of ravioli, and someone said I shouldn't eat that stuff because it's processed food and processed food is bad for you. I've been eating that kind of food all my life, and I was just thinking like, gosh, I didn't realize ravioli and green beans in a can was that bad for you. I thought green beans counted as vegetables, so I don't really understand portions. I don't really understand what's bad on processed food, and I think that's something I'm really into and I want to learn, because if I'm going to work out, I think one of the, at least a quarter of working out is what you eat, if not more. And I've always been a skinny dude. I've always been 6'3", but super skinny and lightweight. And I'm at that age where I think my metabolism is finally slowing down enough to actually gain weight. So I'm definitely trying to figure out what I can eat, what's healthy, what's not, what gains mass, and what can fill me up and keep me going. And I think that's very important. Yeah, quackity quack, you just eat 1 big meal for you. What does your big meal usually consist of? Is it like a 3-course meal with possibly a dessert and a drink or something? Or is it maybe just like 1 big pizza, or do you just go like scarf it all down? Not sure. And I agree with the 1 big meal a day thing. I just feel like I should have something in the morning if I don't eat a big enough meal. Because I don't like eating before nighttime. That messes with your sleep. And I don't really like eating in the afternoon because I like preparing for that big meal in a sense. But I just feel like in the morning, if I don't eat anything, I can't work out in the morning, and therefore it also makes me lightheaded sometimes because I didn't eat enough the day before. It can be rough figuring out how much food you need. Me getting on a rant about food, that's at least worth 2 shorts. Anyway, hurry up. Forgot I was even playing this. Just start ranting to everybody. Could you guys imagine if I was actually famous? I wouldn't be able to get nothing done on any video game. I'd be sitting there like replying to every comment. I wouldn't ever be quiet. I'd just be ranting the entire time. Couldn't imagine. Get a protein bar in the morning. It's not a bad idea. I didn't even think about that. You know, I'm more thinking like, what do I like to eat? How about a toaster strudel? Let me get something with a whole bunch of icing and crap on it that isn't even worth probably anything. But a protein bar, something that can replenish and help, that's a good idea. I'm going to write that one down. Protein bar. Now, I'm going to look into that next time I go to the store. That's a pretty good idea. And of course you love food, Ducky, but you guys are if you're young though, I don't recommend what I'm saying. I don't know. It's hard because like I wouldn't tell my kids who are 4 and 9 to eat 1 meal a day. They're growing bodies, they're needing food, they need to get bigger. But I'll also go as far as saying if you're working out and you're doing the fast and you're doing the 1 meal a day and you're eating the right amount of protein and you calculate how much calories you're taking in, you could do the 1 meal a day thing. It just depends if you want to work out, if you're trying to diet, if you're trying to gain mass, if you're trying to do all that stuff, or if you're just having a great life eating. You know, go ahead. Kids are young. They have metabolisms. They can eat whatever they want. But at my age, I'm trying to be better for myself. And so, it gets a bit different when you're older. You might think, ooh, maybe I shouldn't eat all these snacks and stuff when you get older. All right, we have our first quest available, and it took us almost 2 hours to get there. Our first quest was only worth honor, and I gotta say I don't do quests for honor. There's a predator nearby. His guards were killed in ambush and he escaped, but now he's being followed by a man-hunting herd? I don't know what that is. They want to keep him safe at the river for a few hours until the shelter can pick them up. I don't want honor for that. No, we're not doing that. That was a terrible mission. Don't like that mission at all. Sometimes you have really cool missions like, hey, we got 3 people that need a place to stay for 2 months. They'll work for you. They'll do whatever you want. Just make their needs happy. That would be something cool. But no, we get a little mission for honor. Nobody want no honor. I'm struggling over here. I don't want honor. I want extra people to come and help me. Ooh, what's this? Some distant engineers have haunted a stringless part. What? Join in sight. The join low level? You tell me a join is going to spawn somewhere on my map? Can y'all not? Oh, we're having one of the slowest takeoffs in the game possible, and they're like, yeah, we're going to spawn some more stuff on your map to harm you. Could you not, please? It's bad enough this evil bear's still over here. At least we got our wood back up some. Alright, so let me do some math really quick. I appreciate the few people that did stay and stop by. You guys have been troopers. This has been a long live stream. I started this at 9:15. It's past 10:15. It's almost 11:15. So 11:15 will mark 2 hours, and that's where we're going to stop. So we'll be on for exactly 20 more minutes. Appreciate everyone that stopped by. You guys are totally awesome for putting up with me. Let's install a harp over here. Because why not? This is such an OCD thing, but I need this to move over an inch. So I'm going to have to like reinstall it here. And then move it over an inch. And then reinstall it again. Now, why did I need it to move over an inch? Because I just wanted it to match the stove and the chairs with the line. I kind of feel the same way about this. This didn't match correctly with the line of the stuff. What was this chair for? I don't know what this chair is for. Do I need another chair? We'll move it over here for fun. Alright, let's see. I think I might, start trying to connect some stuff here. Just for my own sake. It's probably going to cost too much of this stuff. Oh, it does. I'm going to use wood because steel becomes super rare after a while, but I just want to see how this looks. Really want to start kind of taking control here. And having just a little bit more protection from the elements. Although it takes a lot of my wood up, but eventually we can make this whole little area a really sick little base. Of which, here in about maybe 5 minutes, I'm going to go hop on to a different map that I made that really shows how far you can get in this game. Because this stuff I did, it's been 2 hours and I've hardly done anything, but it shows how much time you can waste getting lost in this game. It really does. Need meditation spot? They want a meditation spot? I guess we can do a meditation spot. Don't think that'd be too big of a deal. Just gotta place one down. What's that? Carrying out rituals? I know it's around here somewhere. They have so much stuff that sometimes you get overwhelmed and can never find what you're looking for. There it is. Meditation spot. Alright, do it right there. Sounds good to me. Do I need any of this other stuff? Egg box, tool cabinet, kitchen cabinet, grave stuff. There's just so much stuff in here. Sometimes I don't even know if it's DLC, something that I added. We could definitely have a generator at this point if we wanted to. Yeah, it can be rough because Rimworld is $40 when it's not on sale. You can get it on Steam sometime on sale, but Rimworld has been out so long that it costs a lot of money to get everything. It's like if you buy about any sales, it's like $40 for the base game. Each DLC is like $10 or $20. They have like 4 DLCs, so you could end up spending like $100 on this game, and it was so much cheaper when it first came out. And I think that says a lot about if you think a game is good and you're holding off when it's in alpha and you're like, I'll play it when it gets out permanently, you might want to go ahead and buy it when it's in alpha at that cheap price and then maybe wait until it updates, because you'll still get the updates, you'll still get the version, but when it comes out like in an actual form that's not alpha, when it's actual full game, it's going to be full price. So getting in those alphas early on games that you like can be very important when it comes to keeping your sanity and your price low. It said somehow I tamed this guy, which is kind of interesting. Some stuff just gets tamed automatically. You guys never pick this stuff up, I noticed. What are you guys doing? Hauling wood, harvesting stuff. That's fine. But, hypothetically, I can't afford $100 from Rimworld and all the DLCs. So hypothetically, I have a really good computer that costs a lot of money, but I made my money back on that computer by doing some mining when I first got it. I don't do any more mining, that takes too much power, but by also getting free games. Now, I'm not going to explain how to get free games on the internet, but let's just say Rimworld did not cost me $100, and this version of Rimworld I have has all the DLCs, plus mods, and plus a lot of other stuff. And I didn't spend $40 on it, I assure you of that. Now, I'm not saying that I bootleg every single game I have. I do purchase games that I love, that are indie, that are maybe multiplayer. Like, for instance, I'm pretty sure that I'll probably purchase Son of the Forest coming out, and I'll probably purchase that Harry Potter game. I think even if it's especially multiplayer, because you can't really bootleg multiplayer games. You kind of really have to go the next mile and buy them if you really like them. And that's why it's very important before you buy a game to check reviews, to check the score, to check gameplay, to check live streams like this one, and to really make sure that that's the game you can make your money back on. And what do I say by make your money back on? Well, I personally like to spend $1 an hour on a game, is how I see it. So if a game costs $60, I expect 60 hours out of that game. And you could definitely do 40 hours for $40 on Rimworld. You can probably put that in the first week of Rimworld. This game is super highly addicting. And if it's your style, I definitely think it is worth the money. But I also think you can find it cheaper in other places than $40. But consoles like PS5 are going to charge you an arm and a leg because that's a brand new console. It's fancy, it's high tech, so everything there is going to cost money. Don't they charge like $75 to $80 for new games on that console? I did have a PS5 when it first came out. In fact, I had two PS5s when they came out, but I also have an RTX computer. So it was a Netflix machine. So it being so popular, I sold them for more than what they're worth, and I made a profit on both of them instead of just having a random PS5 being a Netflix machine. Oh wow, so there's this random woman that just appeared, and she's basically just a crazy person that lived in some tribe, and I could tame her, but is she worth taming? All she does is cook. I could capture her, or I could try to enslave her and then try to make her be my slave, but then again, what would she just do? Just cook? Oh, she's really just crappy at everything. I don't want... She's all chunky too? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, did I just call her chunky? Dang it, guys. I'm sorry. I just got canceled. I just called this fat lady fat. My channel just got removed. Ah, my Instagram just got deleted. What? The Roman police is here. What? Sex trafficking? You're taking me to jail for 30 days? Oh, I'm sorry. I said that she was fat. That's a joke. But yeah, cancel culture nowadays is terrible. You can't even call someone that's fat because they'll be like, oh, you're making fun of her body. Well, my bad. I don't mean to insult people. I think it's a positive thing, because I don't think you should tell someone they're fat straight up. That's kind of rude. Okay, I don't mean be rude, but you shouldn't lie to people. You should be like, hey, working out is a very amazing thing. Being overweight is a very unhealthy thing that can lead to heart failure. It can lead to strokes. It can lead you dying before you're 40. And if you have any loved ones, if you have any kids, if you have anything you want to see, it's important to take care of yourself and not be overweight. And seeing how I live in America, the most fattest world in the country, I think it's important to tell people maybe that they're a bit chunky. Maybe instead of being offended, you do something about it. But that's offensive. I'm canceled now. But I guess it's just about how you say it, right? Like if you love someone and you saw like a family member and they're overweight and you're like, dude, you're getting to that age. I don't want to lose you. You want to start working out together? I'll jog with you. You want to do some weights? You want to go to aerobics class? Take karate? You know, there's certain ways you can address it. That's going to make an interesting short. Ever since I shaved my head, I noticed there's like these like imprints that show up in my forehead whenever I do certain facial movements. It is so weird, but I am trying to change my image because I've had the same image for a long time. I'm going to keep my beard kind of the Wolverine beard, but I'm not going to grow it out long again. I grew it out super long for a few years, and I had it really long, at least 10 inches long at least. And it just became too much. I eventually started eating it. I didn't mean to, but eventually it ended up in my mouth. It was really super annoying. It's also why I kind of hate mustaches. I never want to grow a mustache. They're just super annoying. But I want to keep the Wolverine beard a little thicker, make sure it's a little dyed, and make sure it's trimmed correctly. I want to keep the hair shaved. I have an electric shaver that you hold and just you trim your head like this. It does that automatically. Do that twice a day to keep it trimmed. And I'm getting a nice little suit jacket. I'm not going to wear these little hoodies like a little teenager anymore. I want to look more professional. I don't mean to mention the Tate brothers again, but I want to look like Andrew Tate in a sense, because I look at him and he talks, and the way he presents himself and the way he acts is so amazing. That's how I want to act. And I'm not talking about Andrew. Andrew Tate is the dude that's like, hey, man, girls should be my property. Oh, I'm all flashy and stuff. But he has a brother that is a lot more mature than Andrew is. His name's Tristan, and Tristan is a lot more mature, and he's a lot more well dressed. He doesn't talk about all that crazy stuff. He just talks smart, and it's very amazing to watch him talk, and he's very inspirational. And I want to look in a better style. So I got myself a more fitting jacket that has like a nice little, like, just, it looks good. It looks like a suit jacket you would wear to, like, you know, an important job or something, you know? I want to look the part. I think that's important. I want to stand out in a crowd. So we'll see, you know, work on my muscles, working out, keep my head shaved, work on my beard good, work on my style a little bit, see if that helps anything, meet some women, meet some new friends, meet anyone that are good value people that can help me succeed in life. They often say the 5 people you hang out with are the people you can base your life out on. If you just hang out with low quality people that sit around smoking weed, eating a whole bunch of food all day, playing games 24/7, not doing nothing with their life, that's how your life is going to end up. You know what they don't answer in that quote? They don't answer what happens when you don't have no friends. And sadly, that's where I am in the middle of my life. I'm in the middle of my life, but at the moment, I don't have a single friend I could call in real life and talk to. And it's really hard to make friends at my age. So like I said, trying to just change the style up, look a bit more decent, and see if I can have any more reactions from people that I can be friends with. You never know. We'll see. Ooh, we have a visitor. They have some items to trade too. Ooh. Let me check these people out here because one has a gun and one has a knife. Now, I'm not saying I should start a fight with these guys. Ooh, with these guys, but I am saying that I could start a fight with these guys. I could make a prison. I could hold them captured. I could talk them into joining my clan. Or I could just trade with them and let them leave on their own peaceful terms. That's the joy of Rimworld. So once they get over here, we're going to see what they have for trade. And then I'm going to see what I'm going to do about that. And then we're going to get off this map and we're going to go check out the other map. And then we're going to end this live stream. We're going to let Harris talk to him. He's kind of my main leader. Even though none of them are really main leader material, that's what I consider him to be. Where did those people go? On the bridge? Oh, there they are. Oh, they're right in my camp. Okay. Alright, let's see what I can trade. I know what I want. I want components, of which they don't have any. Oh, wow. These guys don't have anything. They have some medicine. I'll take the medicine. Alright, I'll take all their medicine. They have some prepackaged meals. I'll take all their prepackaged meals. And that's it. You want to buy my sweatpants? Sure, you can buy my sweatpants. They did not have a lot. They did not have a lot, but we'll take what they do have. Fun fact, though, if I wanted to, I could take them out. Or I could try to take them out and maybe hold one for hostage. Or I could take them out and get my money back and all the stuff they have. It's a very interesting concept, this game. Because you can really do whatever you want. It's not, you know, I could have fired on them the moment they showed up. I could try to capture them and throw them in a jail cell. I could just be friendly with them. I could not trade them at all. So many different options. So many different ways to play. And I think that's what makes this game so good and replayable. Because it's much like my friend Quackity Quack said. It's a $40 game. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. It definitely cost less when it was in alpha and beta. But you see how addicting this game is. It's literally been 2 hours and I'm still just sitting here like I'm actually getting into this now. We're actually really progressing here. We got a bigger town. There's starting to be more stuff I'm going to be able to do here soon. We have people that, like you just said, we could capture and put in a prison. You want to know how easy it is to make a prison? Boom. It's a prison. My problem here is this guy has a gun. I do want to attack these people, though, and I think we will. But We're not going to attack them until I save the game. Because if it goes horribly wrong, which 9 out of 10 it will, I don't want to have to just be stuck here with no colonists. So, since one of my subscribers said prison, well, we're going to try to throw these guys into prison. The first person you want to attack is the one with the gun. Who do I want to actually survive this? I don't really know. They might, neither of them might survive it. I don't know. But we want to get rid of that guy with the gun first and foremost. Go for it. Oh. Oh, we got him right away. Trying to do like a melee attack. I'm trying to like knock her out. I know I can get one of my guys stabbed, but oh, he just got stabbed too. Oh. Oh man, he just took one for the team. Alright, we officially captured someone. And I'm trying to make like a little makeshift little other area I can do here. For a hospital. Harris, undraft. Alright, so let's see what we ended up with. We ended up getting our money back. We ended up with some meals. We ended up with this weird jump pack, which we could sell for a lot of money. We ended up with an extra knife and an extra gun, which is pretty good because Matthew needs a knife. Now, there are certain things about this that can go pretty badly. For instance, they could have friends that are now upset of us. Like this is kind of saying you got minus 82 goodwill to a certain colony, and that colony could send people to come fight me because I killed their friends. And that's something that does happen, but that's also something you might want because you might want some more people to capture. You might want some more people to go after. So let's click on this person really quick and let's see if we have any hope of saving them. Oh, it's not too bad here. They did get shot in the torso, but we could probably heal them up pretty good. Prioritize that. Probably shouldn't have told him to do it. Is anyone else that can do it besides him? Yeah, let them do it, because he's a bit sick. You might want to just go ahead and take care of yourself over there. And maybe they prioritize on helping him. Yeah, because he got pretty hurt by that. Let's see what he did. He got cut in the right hand. He has a bad back. He got bruised. And his middle finger. So he basically got his right hand all cut up from that fight of getting that prisoner. But they just helped her out. Did they? Maybe they didn't. But I guess 20 hours isn't that bad. So what you do is you go to prisoner here. And we got to drop their resistance. So we go to drop resistance. Once we drop their resistance, we go to enslave or recruit. I'm going to probably do recruit. And then they'll join our gang and we'll have 4 people. But yeah, that was an amazing start to this. We just did a live stream for 2 hours on it. And I like where we are so far. If we do another live stream on this, we can definitely start off here in the exact same place. I don't want to play this unless we are doing the live stream of this particular map. But before we go, I want to spend the last 10 minutes going over an actual game that I spent probably 40 hours on that's a lot bigger than this one. Welcome to East Tinan. This game is amazing. So, I would like to show off one of the best bases I have ever made. These are all my colony members. I even have a baby over here who has his own little room. This is my farming area. We brew beer here. We make beer and we brew the beer here and we sell the beer. We have tons of money, tons of weapons. This is all our storage, tons of clothes. This is all our stuff. We have turrets lined up around the entire perimeter. There's turrets literally everywhere. I even have my daughter's name, Luna, and Harley written down here. We have food being ready to collect. We get the food here. We chop it up over here. We put it in our storage here. And all this food's frozen. It's frozen and it won't spoil. So this stuff lasts forever because we have the ACs. We have a huge generator that gives us power with other little generators spread out. Every colonist has their own room. We even have this little tool here that helps us get stone for late game because there is no more steel on this map. We have got all the steel on the map. Like if you come over here, it's all dug out. If you come up in any other spot where there might have been steel, it's all like here, dug out. And then if you guys are wondering what this little patch is over here, some missions will be like, hey, we'll pay you a lot of money to take toxic stuff. And these are toxic. So I shove it into its own area. And as you can see, that area becomes really toxic. So I try to keep that away from my colony. But this is an amazing build. I mean, this is my hospital alone. And that's the size of that last build we showed in the Let's Play. So there's a lot going on here. And my favorite people are Mac and Emily. Like, they've been here the longest. I mean, she's 58 years old. And they've been here for a minute, and they've fought a lot. And we also have babies. A lot of these things say they don't have powers because they're turned off. A lot of these rooms are unavailable. The reason I have all these rooms is, for a moment, I did have 7 more people that just showed up and needed rooms, but they left in a certain amount of time. And these 2 are prisons over here as well. And this is definitely one of the best builds I've ever done on Rimworld, and I put so much time into this. I just love this so much. And I also got a little hotel here that basically people that are slaves can stay at. These little ones that are yellow are slaves, which is really cool as well. So you can really take this game to huge levels, and I'm not even done with this. This, I could keep progressing, and I could start building robots at some point if I look it up and learn how to do that. And robots could take over the task. They could go get everything and do what they need while all these people just sit back and have a great life. It's a pretty awesome game. This person is having a tantrum right now. You calm down. Life's not that bad on this map. But yeah, that's exactly a 2-hour live stream. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Quack Quack. You literally stayed here this whole time. I can't believe how much of an awesome person you are. Appreciate your positive duck stopping by. Also, we had a couple new people like Preston's Adventures stop by. That was pretty cool. We had Blinker stop by, and of course Pokemon Gamer as well. Appreciate seeing all your faces. We are seeing a couple new people, so I know we're making some progress. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great night. We'll be posting new videos tomorrow, and we'll be posting highlights to this in a couple days. It takes 24 hours for me to download this video because it takes a while for YouTube to render it and for me to download it. But when it comes, we'll make videos for it. Ducks can fly. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by. Peace.